Fantastic matchup we have for you tonight here on WSBTV.com as McEachern from Cobb County invades Gwinnett County to take on Buford. Hello, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us alongside DJ Shockley. I'm Van Earl Wright, and a great matchup tonight, and it could have been even a little bit better, DJ, because McEachern comes in having lost their season opener to North Gwinnett and lost their really superstar player, Taj Griffin, so they're going to try to replace him with two guys.
Yeah, and that's the only way they're going to be able to do it because Taj Griffin was huge for this team, and it's going to be done by committee. You're looking at the first guy here, Michael Walkbauer, good-sized running back, like we talked about. It has to happen by committee. He's quick, he's fast, he's elusive. And then on the other side, you also got Sam Jackson, another guy who has those same intangibles, who can really catch the ball out of the backfield, do some spectacular things. But both these guys are going to be needed tonight if they're going to get a big win versus a defense that hasn't given up a touchdown all year. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Buford hasn't given up a single point through their first two games. I mean, you're talking about a high school program that is par excellence. It is definitely Buford High School. They are loaded with players, including their number one player on their roster.
Yeah, you just talked about their defense. This guy goes both ways for him. Number one, Josh Thomas. He plays running back. He also plays linebacker. He does a lot of things for this defense. Coach talks about him being a leader, being emotional, being very versatile on everything he can do. So you look forward to him being all over the field tonight. He probably won't come off the field, but that's why he's a leader and a captain of this team, been started since a sophomore.
It's a 6A powerhouse against a 4A dynasty as McEachern tries to knock off Buford for the first time in 2 years. The kickoff here on WSBTV.com is coming your way next.
Channel 2, Friday Night Football, WSBTV.com. Yeah, I got my eye on the ring, we've been preparing forever. We will come out on top as a team, we're together. We've been in a weight room, hot sun, hard work, 2 a days, blood, sweat, and tears with my coaches and teammates. Friday night high school football, yeah, we're under the lights. The biggest games of the season in the zone tonight. Rivalries, they run deep, classic battles on the field, stands packed with the fans. I give my all right here, cause in this moment, I gotta put all my heart in it till the game's finished. And I got to win in position. The cheerleaders, the band, and supporters behind me. Our team is a family, got my brothers beside me. Channel 2 and live football on the screen tonight. All our favorite guys with the call on the mic. There's a chill up in the air through the roar of the crowd. You better bring your A game. We protect this house. It's one goal, one championship you want to claim. So leave your heart on the field and keep your head in the game. Get ready, Georgia, cause it's going down tonight. We worked all season long for the game of our life.
Ten four.
Back at Tom Ryden Stadium, where the home team, the Wolves of Buford, the defending state champions of 3A here in the state of Georgia, are now getting ready to play their third game in their new classification of 4A as they take the field in front of the home crowd. here at Tom Ryden Stadium. Buford, a 2-year winning streak. Last year, they set a Georgia State high school football record for most points scored in a season with 707.
That's a lot of points, Vanner. That's a lot of points.
As a lifetime quarterback, you know that's a whole lot of points.
Tough scoring points. They were in AAA last year, moving up to 4A there. We see McEachern on the other side. Came into the season, ranks number 1. Of course, they lost in the opening game against North Gwinnett. So they're looking forward to revenge and get a bigger win here on a much bigger stage right here, playing against defending champs, the Buford Wolves.
And the McEachern Indians lost that season opener at the Corky Kell Classic in what was a classic shootout, 52-49, as they were knocked off the top perch in Class 6A after just one game by the runners-up of last year's 6A competition, the Bulldogs of North Gwinnett. The visitors from McEachern won the coin toss and chose to defer, choosing to start the game on defense, so they will kick it away. Number 16 is Cesar Dominguez, a 5'7", 180-pound junior for the Indians. We are just about set, and we are ready to go with the 6A power against the 4A dynasty, fielded at the 11-yard line. And a good job returning by Xavier Gant for the Wolves. The junior gets it out to the 27-yard line, and that's where Buford will take over. A year after a 2-quarterback system under head coach Jess Simpson, the reins of the Buford offense have been handed to a senior by the name of Luke Humphrey. But it's the big boys in front who are really impressive.
Yeah, you see the big boys right there. They look very interesting up front. All 3 seniors, 2 juniors, very experienced up front. This is a unit that just likes to road grade these defenses.
Buford comes out in the eye, and immediately they give it to Josh Thomas. Tons of running room, but stripped of the football. But there to jump right on it, number 56, Cooper Simpson, to save the day both for Thomas and the Wolves as they continue to fight for the ball. The referees are signaling it was recovered by the Wolves. Big break right there. Fortunate for the Wolves.
Yeah, those are the type of plays McEachern has to have. In a game like this, you got to capitalize on any mistakes Buford make. Right now, that could have been huge. Could have been Buford first turnover of the game, but they get back on it. McEachern had a chance.
12-yard gain on the play and recovered fumble. So it's a fresh set of downs at their own 39. Handed it off again to Thomas, but in there very quickly for McEachern, DeMarcus Morgan, a free safety, but hovering right around the line of scrimmage to have the initial contact to stop Thomas.
This is the type of game that Buford likes to do. They like to roll grades. We just showed you a clear shot of that offensive line. You see Josh Thomas there coming off the field. We talked about him in the open. But this is an offensive line. They have real small splits, and they try to just roll grade you up front.
Referee allowing Buford a late substitution. And they are ready to go for 2nd and 9. Man in motion coming this way. That's 21, Xavier Gant. Oh, he might have gotten drawn a face mask. Indeed he did, as the McEachern defender went way up too high, stuck his hand out, and he got it hooked in Gant's face mask.
This is another offensive play that jet sweep we see a lot of times. Teams just making a good run at it. He got upfield. Didn't see who got the number, who grabbed him, but that'll be a big 15-yarder. Take him into McEachern territory.
Very quickly, chunks of yardage being consumed by Buford. Moving the line of scrimmage to the 39 of McEachern. Just underway here on WSBTV.com. Week 2 of our season-long coverage of Friday Night Football. Again, Gant in motion. They fake it to him. Humphrey goes over the top. Coming up just short And incomplete.
Yeah, he had some good pressure coming off the edge. They had exactly what they wanted. They came back with the same exact play, the jet sweep. They faked it and had him going up the sideline. They had him open, just could not finish with the big play on him.
Intended for number 11, Austin Smith. Austin is another big young man for the Wolves, 6'4", 230. 2nd and 10. Looking for off tackle. Gant pops outside, picks up a couple of yards, another positive play. And that's what Buford is all about, full of positive plays. Why they have won 9 state titles in 14 years, and 3 of those other years they were runner-up. So they were playing for a state championship 12 of the last 14 years. Just an amazing record of success.
Man, you talking about the stats. That's just amazing, the stuff they've done year after year after year. This is what you call a program. You say it a dynasty. It's exactly what it is.
3rd and 8 for the Wolves. Humphrey rolling right. Picked off! Picked off by number 13 of McEachern, Dylan Hamilton, and he is gone. First points of the season scored against Buford, and they come courtesy of number 18, Andrew Hayward, a senior, 6', 180, stepped right in front of the intended receiver and took it back. Beautiful play by Hayward.
Well, this is all on Luke right here. Luke has to throw this football earlier, coming out of the break, and that's a heck of a play by Hayward, picking that football off, not just picking it off, but taking it to the house. This is the kind of thing you got to have versus Buford. You got to have some turnovers. They had one get away from him on the fumble. An excellent job by him, and then taking it to the house.
Caesar tries the PAT, but he misses it. So that takes a little luster off a great 63-yard pick six for the Indians. They jump out on top. Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone on WSVTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. Do you need to confirm that, or you're on it? Okay. Yep.
Well, at least we saw the first points against Buford, right?
Yeah. Check. Hey.
Hey.
Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. First points scored on Buford this season. First points they've given up since last December's state championship game where they defeated Washington County to win the AAA title 35-19.
Man,
that's got to boost the spirits of the visitors.
You know what that started with? They had a 3rd and long on that particular play. Buford's not used to being in 3rd and long situations. They like to roll grade you, get it to 2nd, 3rd and short, run it. They went 3rd and long, forced to throw the football, rolling out. Hayward just sitting back there waiting on it, and he made a huge play on it.
So Dominguez will have his second kickoff of the game, and once again, number 21 for Buford, Xavier Gant, is back to receive as he has to reset on the tee. Six nothing, McEachern. After the 63-yard interception return for a score, a short kick fielded at the 21 of Buford and returned to the 32-yard line, where the Buford offense will try to reset and get a redo. Here's a look at the pick six for the Indians.
It's just a straight roll out here. They're playing zone coverage. The corner is already off. I thought Luke was kind of late on it, and he left it inside. anytime rolling out to your right and you're throwing it to that side, you got to throw it outside or away. If you're going to miss outside, miss way out so he doesn't get that opportunity right there. Just a great job of Hayward.
Absolutely. Beautiful timing. Great finish to the play. Here comes number 1, Joshua Thomas, the senior running back for the Wolves. 6'1", 210, and that might be sliding Thomas a little bit of a few lbs. That's a young man who is mighty thick and tough to bring down.
Yeah, and that's what makes him tough. He's a hard physical runner. He played both sides. You wonder, does that wear on him as the game goes on? But this Buford team hardly ever plays into the fourth quarter, so
right.
You never know. But this may be the night he has to play both ways and go all the full distance.
A little more than 2.5 minutes into this contest. Humphrey back under center. Drops it off to number 23, Martin Mangrum, a junior. He's had 8 carries so far. And one thing about Buford head coach Jess Simpson, he is going to shuttle in a whole lot of players. 30, 35, really on both sides of the ball, DJ.
Yeah, they like to rotate. They like to play a lot of guys just to keep guys fresh. And for that reason, that's why they're so good. They have a lot of depth at a lot of different positions. And here comes a big third down. This is a situation where, hey, Luke thinking about what happened last time.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves from their own 36. Over the middle, complete to the fullback, Jordan Pilati. Big collision right there at midfield between Brian O'Kay and Pilati. O'Kay lost his hat. Pilati picked up the first down, a gain of 15 yards.
Yeah, the big fullback, 250 pounds, coming out of the backfield on an angle route. Look at that contact. I don't think Brian O'Kay wanted any of that right there. He stuck his head in there. You got to give him credit, but that's a big man barreling down the field at you. Look at him, all 250 pounds there.
Man. So Buford into McEachern territory quickly for the second time in this game. Keeping it on the ground to Thomas. He almost had a seam there, but taken down by the middle linebacker, Nick DeMassimo, a senior, and really, as head coach Kyle Hockman pointed out to us, the quarterback of the defense.
Yeah, he is, and he's the reason why this defense has been so good. They have done a good job. He's expecting more out of his defense. He expects them to play a little bit more intensity, more effort. Looks like they're getting it here early in the first quarter. Big second down for this McEachern defense.
2nd and 6. Pitch to Gant. Good penetration in the backfield that time by Tavon Johnson, a senior defensive tackle for the Indians.
Yeah, good job of Tavon getting some good penetration. That's where that play stopped. You allow these guys to get running, especially on this toss sweep, allow those linemen to get out on the blocks. That's a good job of them getting some penetration by Tavon and making a huge play. Also on the outside, Julian Rochester, defensive end, very big, massive kind of guy, 6'5", 290. Looks all of 290 right there. But he's a guy who's wreaking havoc, and coach say, hey, he's been recruited by everybody in the country.
I mean, everybody. Right now, some of the top contenders, Georgia, Alabama, Florida State, and South Carolina, as Buford hands it off to Gant again, who gets it down to the 45-yard line of the Indians. But we're talking about Rochester, the defensive end for McEachern, number 99, 6'5", 290. And Kyle Hockman cannot say enough good things about the kid. One of the top things is his humility, which is also very impressive.
You see Big 99 there, and you talk about all the places that are being recruited. A lot of college scouts here today. Actually, coach I played for, Coach Mike Bobo, who's down there for the University of Georgia out here recruiting some kids. So they got some players out here, and Julian's one of many.
David Curry boots it away as Buford has to punt, and T.J. Ramming signals fair catch. A wise decision by Ramming, as the coverage of the Wolves was good, but now their offense will take the field for the first time here at Tom Ryden Stadium. And they take the field with a 6-point lead as well.
Quite interesting. This is the first time their offense has seen the field. And you got to wonder, are they ready? Are they antsy? But it's a talented offense as well, who can put up some points. Coach Hockman is extremely excited about this offense and can't wait to see his son, Bailey Hockman, a sophomore, run this offense.
Bailey threw the ball 28 times, and you saw the tailback, Wagbara, one of our players we featured in our open, move too quickly, and that's a bad idea for a penalty when you're starting out on your own 10-yard line. That'll back it up to the 5.
Now what you needed, you don't need to be backed up in your own territory versus a defense who doesn't give up any points. You already don't give them anything. So starting this series out 1st and 15 is not good for this McEachern Indian team.
I was about to say that Bailey Hockman threw the ball 28 times in the opening loss, completed just 10 of those passes.
Threw for 300 yards, though, so he has some playmates out there, though.
Plenty of playmakers on this McEachern team, even though they've lost the biggest one. Taj. There's the handoff to Wagbara, picking up a couple of yards on the right side.
We talked about it in the open, both these guys, Sam Jackson and Wagbara, having to take the load up for #1 recruit in the country in running backs by a lot of people, Taj Griffin. So they're looking forward to seeing both these guys in the game right now.
And here's another one of their playmakers, Tyler Smith, #2, DJ.
Yeah, Tyler Smith is one of the receivers where they expect him to make a lot of plays. The thing about Tyler is he will play a little quarterback tonight as well, Coach Hockman talked about.
2nd and 12 for the Indians. Hockman chased in the end zone. And the Buford crowd wants a safety, but the referee signals an incomplete pass that Hockman got the ball away in time before his knee touched in his own end zone.
Yeah, he got the ball away just in time. He had that good sense. It's a good thing, because if not, they were barreling down on him. He has a lot of penetration. You start 1st and 15. That's the reason why you're so backed up now. It's 3rd and 14. And you see the big defensive lineman there getting the pressure.
Shug Frazier, all 330 pounds. He's a junior in high school, and he's 6'3", 330 pounds.
Shug's a massive guy. He's a true nose guard, and Coach said he also will play tight end better.
I'm looking forward to checking that out. Here we go, 3rd and 14 for the Indians in their first possession of the game, and they go straight up the middle on a dive play. Kyle Hockman, the head coach, who is the play caller, keeping it conservative, so deep in his own territory as you look at Shug Frazier again.
That's a big, massive individual right there who can move and can run. Coach talked about him being athletic. Look at him. He's a big, athletic guy who can move around, and I'm sure colleges are just foaming at the mouth for a guy of his size who can do a lot of different things.
And that is head coach Jess Simpson you saw talking to Frazier. Simpson wearing the black shirt tonight.
Coach said they might throw him a bone tonight and throw him a pass at tight end, Werner. I know you may look forward to seeing that.
So Chris Hernandez is back to punt for the Indians in the middle of his own end zone. And standing at the 44-yard line is number 22, David Curry, set to receive as the referees step in and whistle delay of game against the Indians, which will back up the line of scrimmage 5 yards closer to their own goal line.
Well, now you're starting to steal a little momentum back that you already gained away when you got to pick 6. So now you're just taking that momentum right away. Bad things can happen backed up here. You don't want to block punt, but they obviously don't get great field position already off this punt being backed up.
Oh, the punt was blocked. It's in the end zone and recovered by the Buford Wolves. Safety.
You know what? I don't even think it was blocked. I think he kicked it into his own player.
Right. I believe you're right.
His up man, that's what we just talked about. He being so close, being so backed up in the end zone. He kicked it. I think he kicked it right off his inline guy.
But still good pursuit and pressure by the Buford punt return team. The front line getting in there and forcing Hernandez to kick too soon and right into the back of his own teammate. And that's ruled a safety as Buford gets on the board with 4 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first period.
Check out 22. Watch this. Watch it. As he steps up and he steps back right into him. And he felt it. I don't know why the kicker was so close. He still had 2-3 yards. He could have backed up. But that's on the kicker. He has to. You don't want your running back to step back into him at all either, but you also got to give yourself some room.
So you saw that the ball was not recovered by anybody, went out the back of the end zone, so that's why it was a safety. And it's a 6-2 baseball game here in the second inning.
This is a good baseball score here. Not really good if you're a football fan, but
Didn't expect this kind of score to start the game.
yeah, McEachern, it started pretty good for him. Now it's starting to go the other way. Definitely in Buford's wheelhouse now.
44-year-old Jess Simpson in his 9th year as Buford head coach. A record of 124-8.
That's insane numbers.
Come on, man.
124-8. That's not even cool. How do you? That's just great coaching. He say it stems from the foundation, having good players, understanding their concept, and do some good things here at Buford.
So Evan Cooper is back to receive the punt from 88 Chris Hernandez. This time he has nobody in his way. And it's fielded by Buford at their own 34-yard line by Xavier Gant. Good coverage by the Indians. Tackle made for McEachern by Kevion Smith.
All right, Buford's offense hasn't done much in this first quarter. The pick 6 early by Luke Humphrey wasn't ideal. We know they want to run the football, but now's the time where the offensive line gets involved in this ball game.
Well, seeing a quarterback underneath center is already interesting that he's under center this many times as Humphrey completes the pass on the crossing pattern to number 26, Avery Turner.
And what's so successful about this play is the naked bootleg going out to the right, but you see the linebackers, they're all in the line of scrimmage because they run the football really well. And that leaves them wide open. That's why plays like this work when you can run the football.
Another double-digit gain for the Wolves. This time a 14-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the McEachern 42. Back to the ground game.
Nothing brewing there. Good job of McEachern on 1st down. Stymied up in the middle, and you got to think about the big guys up front. For McEachern, Tavon Johnson, Andrew Tarver. We've already talked about Big Julian Rochester up there. They got some stout guys in there. You see Tavon Johnson right there, 52. You see 37, Josh Ahonu. A lot of beef up front, Steinman in the inside.
Gain of just 1, so 2nd and 9 for the Wolves. Direct snap to number 6, Evan Cooper. Found a few yards on the left side, but not much. So it'll be about 3rd and 5 for the Wolves.
Buford comes in with a little wildcat, trying to get Cooper some touches. Obviously, he's a guy who they want to get the ball to his space. Not much brewing. McEachern didn't really play anything different. But here's another 3rd and long situation for this Buford offense that they're not usually in throughout a game.
Number 3 is Luke Humphrey. He's the Buford quarterback, and this time he'll work from the gun on 3rd and 5. Quick release by Humphrey, wide open receiver, and he's looking for yards after the catch. Caught by number 18, Isaac Nada, a key player offensively for the Wolves. Another double-digit gain, this time 19 yards.
McEachern comes with the all-out blitz, man coverage, covers 0, you call it, nobody in the back area. Good job of Isaac Nada. You talk about Isaac, Coach said he's probably our best receiver, even if he plays tight end. He's their best receiver threat they have. He's had a foot issue of late, but he's out playing tonight.
1st and 10 at the 20. That pass by Humphrey that time a little off the mark. Intended for Christian Turner.
Buford changing their ways a little bit, trying to throw the football a little bit more here in this first quarter. The runs hasn't been ideal, but they're definitely throwing it a little bit more. That's a play they got to have on 1st down. Simple hitch right on the outside. Luke has to find a way to bring that down.
Humphrey discussing the play with offensive coordinator Neil Auer, who's in his 9th year at Buford, and a whistle stops play. Timeout called by the Wolves. 2:29 remaining here in the first period. McEachern leading 6-2 thanks to a pick 6. 63-yard return for that 6 points. PAT was missed, and Buford has the football in the red zone of McEachern, looking for their first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I think Buford's trying to find a way to just capitalize on stuff they've done early. They haven't really ran the football well. They threw it a little bit. You see the big tight end, Isaac Nata there, who had a big catch right there on third down to convert it on third down. Buford wants to be better. They have to be better in this first quarter running the football because that's their identity. Their identity is running the football.
A lot of players touched the football. In fact, last week in Buford's 56-0 shutout of Berkmar, 20 different players touched the football. And that is really amazing, especially on the high school level and on the 4A level.
That is. And that means they have so much depth. They got so many guys who they can depend on and feel they good about, especially getting them the football. 20 guys, that's a lot of people.
2nd and 10 now from the McEachern 20 for the Wolves. Humphrey rolling right. Has a receiver in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Buford. Isaac Nata, number 18, the tight end. A 20-yard scoring play.
That's a nice throw and maybe even better catch by Isaac Nata. The junior, he's only a junior, so he's going to be looked at by a lot of people, but great job of getting on the corner. Luke had opportunity to run it if he wanted to, but Isaac was able to get his feet in bounds and come down with that.
Matt Bonadies on for the PAT. And it is good. So Buford scores their first touchdown of the game as 6'4", 245-pound Isaac Nata makes the TD catch. Friday night football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. .4", 245. So Buford takes the lead on the 20-yard TD toss from Luke Humphrey to Isaac Nata. PAT is good. Combined with the safety, the Wolves now lead it 9-6.
Looks like a field goal game, right? 9-6.
Sure does.
The Buford starting to come on now. They're doing some things they usually don't do with throwing the football. They can run it and throw it. This is a dangerous offense. McEachern has to bounce back right here on this drive.
Bonadies kicks it away. Fielded a yard deep into his end zone by TJ Ramming. It's an automatic touchback whenever it's fielded in the end zone in high school football. And here's a look at the first TD of the game for the Wolves.
Yeah, they come with the counter neck. It looks like two guys pulling on left. They trap the end on the inside, and good job of getting to the outside and delivering this ball. This ball is where Isaac can catch it or nobody else. And look at him toe tap. That's an excellent job of getting his feet in bounds and making a touchdown. Great drive, great play by both those guys. And even better by Luke coming back after the interception early.
Boy, that left side of the McEachern defense really got sucked in on that play.
Oh, man, that's what the run game does for you, though.
So here's the second possession offensively of the game for the Indians and their quarterback, sophomore Bailey Hockman. And yet another flag comes in before the play. Illegal procedure is the preliminary call from the umpire. Indeed, that is confirmed by referee Mike Boyd.
Yeah, this is not going to bowl well for them. They can't get behind the chains with this Buford defense that's used to shutting people down. It just can't happen.
And this Buford defense is relentless. I mean, the pursuit of all 11 players. Again, another flag, and it looks like another illegal procedure.
This is the defense, Van Arrow. In 2013, they only gave up 7 points a game. They averaged only giving up 7 points a game.
Well, they're doing something to get in the minds of the McEachern offensive line right now. 2 successive illegal procedure penalties. A loss of 10 yards, so it's 1st and 20 for the Indians. Quick screen on the right side to Ramey. Picks up about 5 on the play.
It's also the defense that last week versus Borkmar only gave up 4 first downs. So they definitely are fundamentally sound up front, and they run to the football, as you can see there. They had screens coming from both sides, and linebackers felt it out. You saw about Josh Thompson there making a big play. You see the big guy, Shook Frazier up front. Go look at Bailey Hockman there screaming out the defense there.
Now 2nd and 15 for Hockman and his team. Show and throw, show and play action. Now rolling to his left is Hockman. And pretty much throwing it away, but a flag comes out. In that area, it's got to be interference. Just not sure if it's offense or defense.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the call is. Might be pass interference on the defense. He didn't allow him to get back to his spot, but we'll see. This will be an interesting call.
Jess Simpson looking offensive pass interference. And Buford head coach Jess Simpson telling referee Mike Boyd will decline that one.
That's a tough call right there. Tough call, offense, defense. Both guys fighting for the football. Ball's not even catchable. I don't even know why he threw that flag. It wasn't even catchable.
I'm so with you
why
there.
Throw it. Adding salt to the wound for McEachern, that's all.
It'll be 3rd and 15 for the Indians. Tough spot when you're at your own 15-yard line. Hockman, little misdirection. Giving it to number 1, Sam Jackson, his first touch of the game. Decent gain, but on 3rd and 15, not nearly enough. So McEachern will have to kick it away.
Well, that series was doomed from the beginning. When you had the 2 false start penalties, 1st and 20. I mean, it's hard to come back against any defense, let alone a good defense like Buford. So you gotta cut down on the pre-snap penalties if you want to be successful at all on offense.
Here's the senior punter for the Indians, Chris Hernandez. Back deep for the Wolves is 22, David Curry. And Hernandez was lucky to get that one away. Curry fields it at the McEachern 46-yard line. So once again, outstanding field position to start for the Wolves offense.
Well, I guess we're going to see pun's going to be a tough task tonight for this McEachern team. Can McEachern's defense step up right now? They've been good against the run. Can they be better versus the pass?
Luke Humphrey working back underneath center on 1st and 10 from the Indian 46. The pitch right side to Gant. Again, good pursuit, as DJ pointed out, by the McEachern defense on a run play.
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. A good pursuit from the outside. You see guys running to the football for McEachern. You gotta love that, especially when the defense just gave up a big play. Nice job on the outside by a couple guys running to the football. Brian and DeMarcus on the outside running to the ball.
Final 20 seconds of the first period. Buford should be able to get off this play. Nada and R in motion. Martin Mangrum, the ball carrier, button heads. And it looks like getting it across the 40-yard line. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here at Tom Ryden Stadium. Buford with a 9-6 lead. The Indian offense sputtering so far through this first quarter of play. You're watching Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone, WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. So a little bit tighter than.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm glad.
So you said 7 McEachern plays, 4 penalties, and 1 safety.
That's what they got. Oh. Great stat.
Back at Buford High School, where the Wolves, the defending state champions in 3A, playing in 4A for the first time in school history, are leading the McEachern Indians out of 6A. Buford had 20 plays in that first period. McEachern had 7. 4 of them were penalties, and another one was a botched punt that turned into a safety, DJ.
Wow. I mean, that's domination up front by Buford. 7 plays by McEachern. They're still in it. It's only 9-6. It looks like it's totally dominated by Buford. But McEachern's still in this ballgame.
3rd and 4, and Humphrey looking to throw again, going over the top, and again complete to Nada as he tries to break 3, getting inside the 15-yard line, and finally wrestled to the ground by Tyler Woodley and DeMarcus Morgan.
Man, oh man, he's a beast in the making. He is a beast in the making. He went up and got that ball in triple coverage, and then after he caught it, look how he's just relentless in his effort to get to the end zone.
That is a big young man.
But what I like better is the touch by Luke. He throws his ball before Isaac comes out his break, and that's why it's on time. And now look at him fight for extra yards. The big tight end, you got to love it.
27-yard gain for the Wolves. Quickly back to action as they hand it off to Thomas. Not much there on the left side.
Coming back with the toss. They're going to make sure they solidify this run game. This is Buford. They want to wear you down. They want to grind you out. We talked about an offensive line being big and massive. 3 seniors, 2 juniors. Plenty of playing experience up front. They won't panic. They will stick to their game plan, as you can see. Is still doing a good job of it right now.
First minute of the second quarter here on WSBTV.com. Week 2 of our season-long coverage of Friday Night Football here in the state of Georgia. 2nd and 10. Left side to Thomas, and dragged down at the line of scrimmage by the strong safety, number 8, Ryan O'Kay.
Yeah, good tackle by him, or he walks into the end zone. That's a great open field tackle on one of their better players in Josh Thomas. So free safety, great range. Coach talked about he's good in the box as well and come down and attack you. He showed his good range and tackling ability right there on a pretty solid player in Josh Thomas.
3rd and 5 for the Wolves. Working from the McEachern 7-yard line. Humphrey again looking to throw, rolling right again, and has his man, but in and out of the hands of backup tight end Caleb Auer, a 6'3" junior.
That's tough right there. Luke is feeling good about throwing it into these tight windows right now.
He zipped it in there.
That was a tough one, but I expect Luke to probably come down with that. I bet you if you threw it at him again, he would want that back in that same scenario. But a great job by McEachern, though. Hold him only 3 points. Don't give up the big 6 touchdown there.
Excellent point. Bonadise lined up for the PAT, which will be a 24-yarder, and it is good. Buford increases their lead to 6 points thanks to the 24-yard field goal. They lead at 12-6 here on Friday Night Football on WSBTV.com. Minute 36 gone here in the second period. We're at Buford High School, where the Wolves have increased their lead from 3 to 6 points as Matt Bonadies lines up to kick it off.
Man, you know, everybody talks how good Buford is, but this is not surprising. This is a McEachern team that was ranked #1 in the state, so they expect to come in here and play well.
Ramming and Jackson back deep for McEachern. And ball goes into the end zone. It will be a touchback.
Going back to what I just mentioned, McEachern is, you know, they're used to winning. They got a lot of players that's playing Division I football right now. Coach Hockman talked about so many players are playing on the next level right now. Almost 50 guys are playing on the next level in some fashion or way, whether it's Division I, II, or III. They got a lot of players playing on the next level, so they got the players to compete out here tonight if they need to.
You talk about a program that's building, been around for 52 years. But Coach Hockman told us that 115 college coaches came in as number 24 makes a beautiful play. That's Brandon Mangrum, a big stick on the McEachern receiver.
That's a nice hit. That's a football play right here. 1, 2, 3, the ball's out. It's a hitch. It's a 5-yard gain by him. He's supposed to close on it and make a good sound tackle. That's good football on both sides of the field.
Receiver was Tyler Smith, 2nd and 4. Another quick release by Hockman, complete on the left side to number 3, Jeremiah Shaw.
Nice job of Hockman. They're getting him some easy completions right now to move the chains. Buford's playing off coverage. They're running these 5-yard hitches. Takes 2 steps, 3 steps, bang that football and is out. Good job of him.
That's McEachern's first down of the game. Comes with less than 10 to go in the second. Swinging it out left side to TJ Ramming. The junior looking for running room, finds a bit on the right sideline and gets it close to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, TJ Ramming's the guy who's committed to Duke, so you know he has some ability about himself, and that's a good job of running in the open field. McEachern's on the move now. Now they're getting into what they like to do is this no-huddle offense, moving the football.
They'll spot it at the 43, so 2nd and 2. Good pursuit in the backfield by number 11, big Austin Smith, 6'4", 225 for the Wolves.
Yeah, that's a great job of him fighting off the block and making a play. He's one-on-one on the outside. Good job of him shedding the block and then making the play. That's the kind of stuff they like to see on the next level. Austin Smith committed to the University of Tennessee.
The loss of 3 yards thanks to the efforts of number 11 in green. 3rd and 5 now for the Indians. Hockman going over the top and a little too long for Jeremiah Shaw.
It's a good job of eluding those 2 guys right there, stepping up in the pocket, giving this guy a chance. Looks like McEachern's taking a chance right here. Feels like they got to get back in the ball game somehow. I'm not so sure about this call. Maybe they're going to push punt it. But 4th and 5 right here. Looks like they're going to punt it. I would hope so. I'm not sure you do this with a good Buford team like this.
Well, Hockman is the regular punter. Just a short drop. Hockman standing at his own 32. And yes, as you said, DJ, he almost hit it into his back front up man again, but this time he gets it away. Pretty good kick. And it'll be down inside the 15-yard line of Buford. So for the first time in this game, Buford starts offensively deep in their own territory. But just when McEachern was showing signs of getting it going offensively, big Austin Smith comes in, makes a play on 2nd and 2, makes it 3rd and 5, and then 4th and 5, and there you go.
Yeah, that's the huge play that stopped that drive. They were being so good on 1st and 2nd down, then positive plays, and that ended up not being positive for them and losing yardage. So not a good thing you wanted to stop your drive. And you see Austin Smith right there.
Kind of limping away.
And it looks like he got tangled up on that play. Maybe we can go back and see what happened. It looks like he got tangled up on that actual play he made the tackle on.
So the Wolves offense starts from their own 13-yard line. Humphrey under center to Thomas. Nothing there, straight up the middle on the dive play.
Yeah, Buford's going back to what they like to do, bread and butter. They want to grind you out. We talked about wearing a McEachern defense down, but this is McEachern defense that likes to get in there and shake it up some.
Approaching the 8-minute mark of the first half. No gain on the last play for the Wolves, so it'll be 2nd and 10. R in motion. The pitch on the left side to number 6, Evan Cooper. He gets it across the 15 out to the 17-yard line.
And here's the replay going back to seeing what happened. Austin Smith on the play. You see him come from his linebacker position. That's actually the first completion play. We'll get that to you in 1 second.
That was the play made by Martin Mangrum on that first down of the McEachern's Indians' last possession. So a gain of 4, now 3rd and 6 inside their own 20. Working from the 17 is Buford. Shotgun snap to Humphrey. Cooper found a little seam on the left side, and I believe that's enough for a first down. They're going to be shy.
Yep. I mean, that was a good job. He had a little seam. He almost got through there. You see, he's kind of angry at himself because he almost had a chance to get in there, but not unable to pick up. And great job, McEachern's defense right there, stepping up to the plate, making this a tougher game than everybody expected.
Yes, David Curry back to punt for the Wolves, their first punt of the game. Low snap. Curry able to get it away. Kicks it out beyond, sailed out of bounds, just shy of the 50-yard line. So this time the field has flipped, and McEachern will have excellent starting field position for this possession.
I'm sure McEachern would love to take all 6 minutes off this clock, go down and score, and then get the ball at halftime.
Even though that's not how their offense is built.
They're not built like that,
but to play fast.
But in a game like this, you got to do what you got to do. Buford's not really known for throwing the football, and they've done it in his first half.
Very well. Quarterback Bailey Hockman continuing to work out of the shotgun and continuing to look to the air. Has a receiver, number 21, T.J. Ramming, but he overthrew him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
And here's what Luke has to do. I mean, this is Bailey. Bailey has to do. He has to throw this ball early. He has him wide open. If he throws this ball earlier, he gives this guy a chance to catch it and get upfield. But he waited so late to throw this football.
And he almost looked like he double pumped it. You know?
I mean, they had exactly what they wanted. He's got to stand in there and throw the football.
So 2nd and 10 from the Buford 47-yard line for the team in white. Hockman looking left side and almost picked off. That's number 23, Martin Mangrum, almost had the interception for the Wolves.
Yeah, Martin almost came up with a huge play there. But again, this is Bailey having to stand in there. Just standing there and drill it. They're throwing a bang-aid skinny post out there. If he throws that thing on time and in front, he has a completion. Instead, he's throwing it off his back leg, and now it's behind him and making a better play for Ingram to come down.
Big play here for the Indians offense. 3rd and 10. Hockman a quicker release that time, but this time the receiver cannot hold on to the football, again intended for Jeremiah Shaw.
And that's a nice job. The 2 plays previous to that, I got on to Bailey about not being able to stand in there and throw the football. This is a play. He stood in there and he delivered a strike, and his receiver has to come down with that. This is an excellent thrown football to the sideline. You got to get some help. Got to get some help on the outside.
Again, the quarterback Hockman is also the punter. Lined up very short to kick it away. Checking over to his dad, also the head coach, Kyle Hockman, for final instructions. Kicks it away, and that takes a Buford bounce into their own end zone for a touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Buford with a 6-point lead. And once again, taking control of the football.
One thing that drive didn't do was take time off the clock. They threw it 4 straight times. No time ran on the clock. Buford has plenty of time with 6 minutes to run the football if they like, or keep throwing it like they've been doing. But McEachern did not do a good job of any type of time management there if they wanted to take some time off the clock.
Humphrey back under center for the Wolves on 1st and 10. Handing it off to Evan Cooper. Big fighter, but also wrestled down on a big tackle. Fitz Watley, a combo DL and linebacker. In the McEachern defense, they call the position joker.
That's a good job of Fitz, though, sticking his head in there. He's only 190 pounds, but he's in the trenches right there, sticking his head in there, making a big-time tackle. Coach said sometimes we'll stand him up, sometimes we'll put in the 3-point, and Fitz is committed to Coastal Carolina, so he has some skill about him. 2nd
and 5 for the Wolves. Humphrey rolling right, has a man, and it's caught by number 24. That's Brandon Mangrum.
Nice job of Luke right there throwing that football on the run. With some pressure in his face, delivering the football. It's kind of what Buford wants to do. You see they like to get Luke on the move a lot. You see him on the roll. He gets beat to the inside with pressure and still delivers an accurate football. That's a nice job by Luke.
Good enough for Buford first down. Talk about ball control. Boy, does this football program ever epitomize that. 1st and 10 for the Wolves from their own 31. Whistle blows the play dead.
Interesting to see what the call is. Got a false start on the offense.
I believe that's the first penalty of the game against Buford. It is. That'll back it up to their own 26-yard line and result in a 1st and 15 situation. The offensive coordinator for the Wolves, Neil Auer, in his 9th year and 22nd year of coaching. So far through 2 games, they've run the ball 70% of the time. That does not include tonight's contest. Humphrey looking downfield, over the top and complete to Austin Smith. Again, as DJ pointed out early in our webcast, he's mainly a defensive player, but head coach Jess Simpson will put him in there on offense and come through with plays like that.
Yeah, great job of sneaking him in. He's actually playing a little bit kind of inside the linebacker there, just sneaks inside of him. Good touch pass by Luke, and then coming down with it. You can see the defensive player in him, kind of fumbling a little bit, but good catch. You see he's still limping a little bit. It's good to see him back in the game. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle.
Picked up the first down, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 41 for Buford. Oh, a stumble in the backfield.
Oh, he had some room, too.
By Joshua Thomas.
Josh Thomas had some room to run there, and I think he saw it and got a little excited. He's gonna kick himself when he see that on film.
Loss of 1 on the play.
And this is kind of the offense that they like. Ground and pound you out, throw a few here and there, get some completions, but other than that.
As head coach Jess Simpson described it, workhorse or plow horse, not show horse. Humphrey has a man, but threw it over his right shoulder, intended for number 5, Stephen Reese. Reese did not turn around, I don't think, quick enough to really get an eye on that ball, but it was overthrown.
Well, I think Luke has to give him a little bit more time. He's running out and up at the top, and he's throwing it too early. So now it's giving him a hard time to find the football. You got to give him a chance. He's running out and up. He had to sail the out.
So now 3rd and 11 for the Wolves with 3:21 left in the first half. Over the middle for Humphrey, picked off. His second interception of the game. And that's picked off by number 22, linebacker Courtney Johnson, a 5'11" sophomore.
Huge miscommunication right there. McEachern has 2 turnovers in this ball game, and that's the reason why they're still in it. Quarterback Lou, he's got to do a better job taking control of it, but
well, he's been playing well, but that one was definitely not characteristic of what he's been doing.
This has to be a miscommunication. He obviously expects his receiver to do something else. He stops on him.
Keep running.
He actually just stopped on him, so that makes Luke look bad there, but obviously we know it's not always on the QBs, Van Earl. We don't always.
I hear you.
It's not always on us.
Here comes McEachern, 1st and 10 from the Buford 44-yard line, and that's Wagbara with his best run of the night.
Yeah, both teams got plenty of timeouts left. Got 3 minutes to go in the half. McEachern needs to get something out of this. They need to get 3 points, or they need to go down and score to feel good about what's going on in this first half. With everything that's happened, Buford's controlled everything, but now McEachern has a chance to really put a footprint on this first half.
And now they're taking their time getting the play in, and head coach Kyle Hockman is going to have to call timeout and talk things over with his son, the quarterback, number 10, Bailey Hockman. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remain in the first half. McEachern, courtesy of a Courtney Johnson interception, McEachern's second pick of the night, trying to end the first half on a positive note and possibly take the lead.
And here's what defensive coaches are telling Buford right now. Do not give up the big play. Keep everything underneath you. Don't give up anything cheap. Let them have everything underneath, but do not allow the big play right here.
In other words, keep everything in front of you, boys.
Absolutely.
For the Indians, they really haven't. They kind of saw a glimpse of rhythm offensively. And possession 2 possessions ago, but they really haven't done much offensively.
No, it's been a disappointing offensive showing. They've had good times, they had some bad times, but here's a chance to dismantle all that and make something happen here with 2.5 minutes to go before the half.
2nd and 7 from the Buford 40-yard line for Bailey Hockman and the Indians. Play action, throwing over the middle, good release time. That time from Hockman and complete over the middle to C.J. Wyndham, a 6'3", 185-pound senior.
And when Bailey stands in there and throws the football, watch this strike. Watch him standing there like a big-time quarterback and deliver this football and drive it. Look at that. That's what you call a ball that's put right on the numbers. That's an accurate pass. If he can stand there and do that every time he throws the football, he's an accurate passer.
15-yard gain down to the 25-yard line. Clock ticking, approaching the 2-minute mark. Play action, rolling left, has a receiver in Wyndham, but there for basically no gain is number 5, Stephen Reese.
I think he picked up 2 or 3, but I mean that's a big-time play. That's a positive yardage play for McEachern. Bailey had pressure in his face. He got the football out, made a big-time completion. There's nothing wrong with that play. It's a good football play on offense and defense.
1:45 left in the first half. Still plenty of time. Ball at the 23-yard line of Buford. Keeping it on the ground, Wagbara, but nowhere to go. A host of Buford defenders there to stop number 24 in white.
All right, here's a big third down. Big third down. You're in field goal territory, but you got to make sure you don't do anything to mess that up. If you're Bailey Hockman, take care of the football, but not dare throw it away.
Cesar Dominguez, the place kicker for the Indians, has yet to attempt a field goal this season. He's 7 out of 8 in PATs, but that's pretty irrelevant right now. Huge third down, 3rd and 9 for McEachern. Big pass rush, blitz, and it forced a bad throw from Hockman intended for T.J. Ramming, and it was too high for the 5'10" receiver.
That's a good thing it was high because they had disaster written all over it if it was lower. Unsure of, they tried to come to screen pass. You know Buford's going to be a little aggressive, but that play was doomed from the beginning, and probably Bessie threw it high and away.
So it looks like head coach Kyle Hockman's going to go for it, even though it's 4th and 9, way beyond the range of his field goal kicker. This late in the first half, give it a shot. Hockman chase out of the pocket, looking for a receiver, going to the end zone. Good defense by Stephen Reese, intended for Wyndham, but I believe we got a flag on the play. Hold everything.
It's on the offensive side of the field, so holding, yep.
Holding declined, of course, by Buford, so they will take over on downs. 1 minute, 9 seconds remain here in the first half.
That's a big stop for Buford coming up on there, not giving up any points, especially after giving up good field position, having a chance to get the ball back after interception. McEachern unable to do anything with it.
First and 10 for the Wolves. Up the middle again. A gain of 3 or 4 for Mangrum.
I think they're going to be content to run this clock out and get into halftime.
Why not?
With this lead. I don't think either side's played their best football.
I agree with you there.
But I think Buford will be happy to be going in with the lead. And I'm sure McEachern is even happier that it's not worse than it is.
Again, Mangrum, the ball carrier. This time he'll be dropped for a loss. Connor Charlton, a senior linebacker, first one there. Lost his hat. He'll have to sit out a play. Timeout called by McEachern with 28 seconds remaining.
The only thing I can get from McEachern taking his time out is hopefully they stop him on 3rd down and try to block it on 4th down to block the punt. That's the biggest thing, because offensively you haven't done much, but you can hope they have a miscue on their punt protection or something, you know.
Just one timeout remaining for McEachern.
(12-6), 30 seconds to go. Big 3rd down. Will Buford say, hey, let's try to throw it one more time? Will they try a screen? Will they try something to get one of their key playmakers in open space? Something safe, right, I believe, is going to be the call here. Especially with Josh, 2 interceptions being thrown already.
Big Josh Thomas, number 1 right there in green. Buford taking their time to get the play in and get huddled up for a 3rd and 9. 30 seconds remain. Luke Humphrey under center. Keeping it on the ground. Pitch to Mangrum, left side. Good strong run, close to the 30, but not near the 1st down. So Buford will be forced to kick it away with 23. Timeout was called by the referees, and I believe it was called by McEachern. 23 seconds remain in the first half.
They did exactly what they wanted. They got to stop. McEachern got to stop, and they can only hope for something to happen here. And I'm sure Buford's in their huddle saying the exact same thing. Be good on your punt protection. Don't let anybody get through your gaps. Hold up, and let's get this punt away. Any momentum for either team going into halftime is huge right now.
You're right
especially
about
with it
that.
being only 12-6.
Special teams coaches with final instructions for both clubs.
You can see how careful the coaches are with this particular play. I mean, there's a reason they call this timeout. You got to think they're going to come after it. And they got their Duke commit in the back there, C.J. Romick back there to return this one. So see what happens if he get his hands on it.
Ramming the return man is standing at his own 30-yard line. David Curry is the punter for Buford. Good snap. High punt for Curry. Ramming's going to let it bounce. That'll use up more time on the clock, and it'll roll dead at the McEachern 32. So with the change of possession, the clock stops and just 11 seconds left. And we'll see if head coach Kyle Hockman will ask his son to take a knee or try a little 3-wide Hail Mary.
I can't see that happening.
I certainly wouldn't be impressed with the decision.
I hope not. I hope Bailey just takes a knee right here and takes it in halftime. They got to be happy with where they're at. They haven't played good at all in this first half. Had some good, had some bad. Been able to stop them on defense a couple times, but to kneel down and take it in is good.
Oh, Hockman was trying to hand it off to Sam Jackson, and it was a miscommunication and a fumble by McEachern. So with 8 seconds left, Buford recovers a loose football deep inside McEachern territory. They will have it 1st and 10 at the McEachern 29-yard line.
See, trying to do too much. Just kneel the football.
Right.
If something happens now, you're going to be so mad at yourself if you're Coach Hockman for not just kneeling that football.
Recovered by number 8, Caleb Auer.
They're going to kick it.
This could be a crucial mistake. And Buford head coach Jess Simpson will send his kicker, Matt Bonadies, out onto the field to try a 46-yarder, and he'll have fingers and toes crossed.
Hey, with 8 seconds to go, I'm not sure of his range, but anything can happen. They could try a fake field goal here. Anything is quite possible here.
So here goes Matt Bonadies. 8 seconds remain. This would be his career long. He's a senior. Getting into it, but well short as it falls harmlessly in the end zone.
Yeah, that was short. I don't think he got all of it. It didn't look like he hit it well. We saw him in pregame warm-up hitting him. He's got a foot on him, but it looks like he didn't hit that football well. Hey,
so
expect to kneel down right here?
I think so. I think so. Just 3 seconds left in the first half. McEachern takes over after the missed field goal.
Oh, look at this formation, Van Earl.
I'd call that a stack formation, DJ.
Oh.
So we have reached halftime here at Tom Ryden Stadium. And the 4A dynasty leads the 6A power 12-6. Along with DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright. We thank you so much for watching. As you've been saying, a much tighter or much lower scoring first half than what we expected.
Yeah, I think a lot of people expected Buford to come out and score a lot of points. McEachern has some weapons on offense, but not able to move the football. I think the biggest thing is Bailey Hockman's had a tough time throwing the football. Both sides really not doing much on offense, but it's the tale of the two defenses. Defense is playing good. Buford's defense has gotten Buford's offense out of a couple jams. So I think it's all about defense in this first half. Second half, can they finish it off?
Home team leads it 12-6. We are at halftime at Buford High School. Stick around. Both bands will be featured at halftime. So if your kids, nieces, or nephews are in the band, now's your chance to show your support. You're watching high school football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone right here on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Line.
for Virginia Union and the faculty of McEachern High School, we're proud to present the McEachern High School Marching Band. Rolling to the field under the direction of Commander Brian Miller, Alexis Mason, and Dean Terry. The McEachern Marching Band is proud to present their halftime performance at the traditional halftime. McEachern High School Marching Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a warm welcome to your 2014 Buford Band of Wolves. The Band of Wolves is being led into the field by drum majors Allie Skelton and young June Choi. The woodwind captains arrive already. Brass captains are Veme Portillo and Dan Carotmeyer. Drumline captains are Andrew Fricks and Olivia Wag. Pit captains are Mackenzie Staples and Mackenzie Bullock. The color guard captain is Yesenia Chavez, and the assistant color guard captains are Mia Jackson, Joe Poop, and Emily Bradshaw. Band of Wolves staff include color guard instructors Jezebel Leonardo and Esty Lafonador, and drumline instructor Tyler Martin. The Band of Wolves is under the direction of Mr. Lightlow and Mr. Luke Harris. This year's production by the Buford Band of Wolves is entitled Marvelous. Selections will include the amazing Spider-Man theme, Spider-Man the movie theme, Can You See Jane from the movie Buford, the Iron Man movie theme, Black Sabbath's Iron Man, and the Avengers theme. Tonight, please enjoy the 2014 Band Wolves and Marvelous. Drum majors, is the band ready? Buford Band Wolves, you may take the field for halftime performance.
almost ready for the second half here at Buford High School, where the home team leads it 12-6. Pretty low-scoring affair in this contest between the 6A Power McEachern and the 4A Dynasty Buford. A lot of defense, a lot of quiet plays, but there was one big play in the first half, and that was the first score of the game, courtesy of the McEachern defense, DJ
Huge
Shockley.
play by Mr. Hayward coming off the interception. 3rd and long. Buford's not used to being in that 3rd and long situation. They roll to the right. Good play here by Howard, just stretching out and watch him make the pick, and then he stay in bounds and go all the way to the house. That was a good start to the game, but other than that, that's about all McEachern had to root for.
63-yard interception return for a score, the first points that Buford has allowed this year, but then McEachern's offense never really got going, and this was a really crucial mistake on their punt team. Hernandez kicked it into his up man, went out the back of the end zone for Buford's first 2 points of the game. They added a 24-yard field goal, and then Luke Humphrey found Isaac Nada.
The excellent pass, excellent throw, and look at the catch, getting 2 feet in bounds and being able to come down with that pass. That's an excellent job by them. Some of the few things they did good in that first half, 12-6. Both teams got to be pretty excited about how it ended, because it could have been worse for McEachern, and it could have been even more for Buford. So each team got something to look forward to in the second half. Defense wins the game, so we'll see if Buford can hang on.
He's DJ Shockley. I'm Van Earl Wright, and those are members of the Buford Wolves. Again, this is a football program that has won 9 state championships over the last 14 years. 3 other years, they were runners-up. So they played for the state title in 12 of the last 14 years. McEachern coming off an 11-3 mark from last season, and also trying to rebound from a season opening loss to North Gwinnett a couple of weeks ago at the Corky Kell Classic. Kyle Hockman is the head coach for McEachern in his 7th year. He has a record of 54-16. In McEachern, they won the toss at the beginning of the game and deferred, so they will start the second half with the football, and we'll see what kind of adjustments were made by head coach Kyle Hockman and his offensive coordinator Neil Auer, and his offensive coordinator Van Spence.
Man, I tell you, after everything that happened in that first half, McEachern still has to be quite happy about how it ended. I mean, they're only down 6 points to defending state champs, and they probably had their worst game in the first half probably all year. So they got to be excited about it. You got a capacity-packed crowd here in the stadium, so you got to enjoy some good football here on Friday night. You got 2 good-looking guys here in the booth. Van Earl Wright, he's better looking than myself, I know. But
where does this come from?
Hey, man, you're a great guy. That's what I'm about. You're a great guy.
You're the hottest up-and-coming star in sports television these days. You got more jobs in the freaking employment office.
Oh, man.
I just appreciate your kind words. I'm taken aback and stunned as we are underway as Matt Bonadays kicks it off.
Oh, that was close.
But ruled that it was fielded in the end zone by T.J. Ramming. So that'll be a touchback, and McEachern will start 1st and 10 on their own 20, and that's kind of a disappointment because that looked like that could have been a possible good return.
Yeah, he tried it. He tried to come out with some good stuff, and T.J. wanted to return it. You see he's done that. You see some of the halftime stats here. Not much brewing for McEachern on their side of the ball. You see 5 penalties for 35 yards. Buford's doing a better job of containing them, but total of 52 total yards and 8 rushing yards. That's the key to the game right now, not being able to run the football for McEachern.
And just 20 total plays for the McEachern offense as they go 1st and 10. Good hole right up the middle off left tackle. That time for Wagbara, and he gets it out across the 30-yard line, a gain of 11.
Oh, there you go, a huge run. You come out, you say they can't run the football, and they say, take that, DJ. We ran the football right then. That's a great hit coming out of here in the second half.
Fresh set of downs from the 31 for McEachern. Throwing it left side, complete to number 2, Tyler Smith. He is wrestled to the ground and finally taken out of bounds around the 47-yard line.
This is something I would like to see McEachern do more this game. Just take what they give you. They're playing off coverage. give an easy completion. Let Bailey play. Let him sling it around. He can throw it. He has a good release. The guys make plays after the catch. Now they're on the move. They got to stay positive yardage right now.
2 consecutive first downs for the Indian offense. The last play, a 15-yard gain on the pass from Hockman to Tyler Smith. Ball at the 47 of McEachern. Wagbar, left side, good room. Turns the corner, gets it across midfield, steps out of bounds just outside of the 45-yard line.
That's a good job with that left side offensive lineman by Tremaine Ackerman and Jermaine Acor. They did a good job on the left side, just walling everything off. Watch this left side. They just wall everything off and there's no edge, so a good job by Wagbar to be able to get the corner.
2nd and 3 for the Indians. Quick release by Hockman, again complete, this time to number 3, Jeremiah Shaw.
Easy completions, move the chains, first down. These are things that McEachern's going to have to do to keep his Buford defense off balance. Run a little bit, throw it, get easy completions, find Bailey some kind of rhythm. He's starting to get that rhythm right now, get some easy completions, especially early on 1st and 2nd down.
Just underway here in the second half, and McEachern is finally starting to find some rhythm, and now they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 40.
Look,
Audibles from the sideline.
They got them spread out. They're trying to spread this Buford defense out.
Up the middle to number 1, Sam Jackson. Good positive gain on the ground on 1st down.
Exactly what I just talked about. Spread them out and then run in the middle. You got more numbers in the box. You got 5 offensive linemen, and they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive guys. So you got a hat on a hat for everybody. That's a good job. That's a good play call there to get some positive yards.
Down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 4. Play action to Jackson over the middle and through the hands of C.J. Wyndham. Looked like a catchable ball, DJ.
Absolutely. I mean, they had what they wanted right there. He was open. I know he's running across the middle of the field, but that's a play you got to have in a big game like this.
McEachern with just 52 total yards in the first half, and right now on this opening drive of the second half, almost half that total. Oh! Almost picked off by Mangrum. It was intended for number 3, Jeremiah Shaw.
There's a smart guy right there. All right, you caught 2 of them on me. I'm not going to allow you just to catch another one. Look at the break on the football. That's just a good job of Mangrum of saying, hey, I'm not going to allow you to keep catching these passes on us right here.
So now it's 4th down. Just that quickly, McEachern is in a tough spot yet again. Hockman chased out of the pocket, throwing it up, desperation, and almost picked off inside the 5, but just as well for Buford not to pick it off, as they will take over on downs at the 33-yard line.
And here's the chess game they just played. They ran 3 straight. They played 3 straight hitches on the outside, and he broke on the football. So coach comes back and says, hey, let's run a stop and go. Stop and go at the top. Defensive back did not go for it, and this is now a busted play on 4th down. That's a good job of staying at home. They could have just threw the hitch and had the first down, but good job of staying at home.
So Buford takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 33. The toter of the pig is Evan Cooper.
That's kind of what the MO of this game's been. Buford's defense bends a little bit, and then they stymie them and don't give them anything.
Right.
Give them some kind of hope and then take it away.
That drive by McEachern, though, produced 55 yards, and their total in the first half was 52. Luke Humphrey back to Cooper. Good stop at the line of scrimmage made by Connor Tarleton, the senior linebacker for the Indians.
That misdirection just is not good against a fast-flowing defense like McEachern. It takes too long to happen, and McEachern flying to the football. It's like we got a cramp out here.
That's exactly what it looks like, DJ. I mean, it is hot and muggy out here, folks. I think it gets hotter from mid-August through September in the South than it does in June and July. I mean,
it gets muggy. And
it's sauna time tonight.
You never know what you're going to get here. You never know.
I know what you're going to get. You're going to get hot.
Hot and hot. That's it, huh?
Hot and hot.
That's
Well, you know those guys down there on the field are really hot.
You see David Curry right there, number 22, actually went off the field after that initial play. You see the guys get some cold towels. Van Earl got a cold towel here at halftime. Was well worth it. I went in on it too, so I'm not going to lie.
I was going to say. It felt good, didn't it?
It did. And every time he moves, look at that cramp comes back.
Oh.
They are not fun. I've had plenty of those in my day.
Debilitating, aren't they?
Man, they lock you down.
They really do. It's amazing. 2:40 has been played here in the second half. McEachern started with a good drive that stalled on the 32 of Buford. The Wolves have taken over on downs and intended and picked off on the tip pass. That's number 8, Brian O'Kay, the strong safety, and the Indians are back in shape. And I believe it was Julian Rochester who tipped the pass, or maybe it just went through the receiver's hands.
Yeah, it was a catchable ball. He should have caught it. This is on the receiver. He has to catch that. It goes through his hands. And a good job by O'Cool, ready back in the back to come down with it. McEachern now in another great position. Can they capitalize? You see the replay. This is a catchable football. He has to catch this. It hits him, it bounces off, and waiting hands ready for it.
Went through the hands of Aaron Auer, and the return on the pick was 24 yards down to the 25. First and 10 for the Indians. Hockman to the end zone, wide open, touchdown! McEachern, number 21, TJ Ramey.
That's usually what you do off a turnover. You take a shot. You take a shot. That's a good job of taking a shot by McEachern. The big play down. He had time to throw the football. The play action held the linebackers. Safeties got caught looking in the backfield. And TJ just runs right by him, wide open in the end zone. Nice throw and catch by Bailey Hockman.
Turnovers have been crucial for McEachern to score their points tonight. On for the PAT. And it's good. Cesar Dominguez. So with 8:52 remaining in the third quarter, McEachern has retaken the lead here over the defending state champion Buford Wolves. The first points of the game scored on a 63-yard interception return for score by Hayward of McEachern. Just so the 6A power, McEachern, retaking the lead against the 4A dynasty, Buford. A little more than 3 minutes played here in the second half.
3 INTs tonight, already by Luke Humphrey. Not ideal. Not what you want from Buford.
And very uncharacteristic for a Buford team.
Very. Looks like they found themselves in a fight.
Talking to Jess Simpson, the Buford head coach, this week, he told us this game occurred because McEachern called and asked Jess if they wanted a scrimmage.
Yeah.
And McEachern head coach Kyle Hockman said, heck, we need a game. How about we just play?
And say before you knew it,
Yeah.
hey, we got a perennial top outer region matchup. So this is a big game.
Here is a look at the touchdown toss from Bailey Hockman to TJ Ramey.
The action here, the play action. Look at all the linebackers fly up. Safeties get caught looking in the backfield. Before you know it, the ball is behind him. That is just perfect play calling out for a turnover. Defenses are aggressive. Good pass connection.
So here comes Buford again with their second possession of the second half. Luke Humphrey pressured, throws it up for grabs, intended for nada. Beyond his reach, falls to the ground, incomplete.
There's the difference right there. Getting some pressure on him. It looks like the quarterback looks like he's got some cramp issues going on.
Absolutely.
Luke's kind of struggling right now.
DJ talking about the Buford quarterback, Luke Humphrey, on his back inside his own 10-yard line.
Backup quarterback number 13, Mike Roof.
Just
looking
a
to get
sophomore.
some action. Yeah, looking to get some action here.
Last year, Buford was working a two-quarterback system, alternating quarterbacks pretty much every series. Humphrey did not see much time at all last year. Taken over this year as a senior. And so far through 2 games, he had thrown just 14 passes, but had completed 12 of them for a completion percentage of 86%. That's pretty impressive. And now it's Mick Roof, as we said, a sophomore, getting some instructions from head coach Jess Simpson.
So Jesse's telling him right now, listen, don't do too much. All we need you to do is manage this game right now.
You know exactly what a coach is telling a young guy, right?
And this is a critical point in the game.
Yes, it is.
McEachern's up 13-12. Buford's kind of backed up a little bit.
Do you think it might be more than a cramp with the way they're helping him off?
If he's got cramps in his thighs, he's going to need that help.
Okay.
Because anytime he's going to push off on it, it's going to lock up on him. So he's trying to put as less pressure on there as possible. Sophomore Mick Roof, 6'1", 159. Little slender, but hey, he's only a sophomore.
And he will come in on 2nd and 10 for Buford at their own 20 after a first down incompletion. They keep it on the ground wisely as they hand it off to 24. That's Brandon Mangrum. A gain of 15 on the end around by the senior of the 2 Mangrum brothers.
Nice job here. They fake the isolation, come around with the reverse in, loses containment. And as soon as he runs, he's catching cramps coming off as well. This is going to be a hot second half. A lot of guys are catching cramps.
1st and 10 for the Wolves inside to Joshua Thomas. A little extracurricular, but no flag. And there you see Mangrum walking off some cramps.
That's what you want right here.
These fellas forgot to drink a lot of water at halftime.
Yeah, this game's starting to get a little chippy. Yeah, both teams are starting to feel it. 13-12, tight game. Big out-of-region game. A lot of bragging rights.
Under the 8-minute mark here in the 3rd period. Sophomore quarterback changing the play. Handoff to the younger of the 2 Mangrum brothers, takes it up the middle and gets it out to the 48-yard line on a good, tough run by Martin Mangrum.
Yeah, nice hard run right through the middle of this McEachern defense. Running strong, running physical, And this is the game that Buford came into this game wanting to do. They wanted to be able to run the football. The road graders up front. Nice job. You see number 71 coming in at the end. Travis DeGoey making a big play, making an aggressive play. Big Travis DeGoey, 6'2", big senior.
Another first down for the Wolves. Now working from their own 48. Nick Roof, the sophomore backup quarterback. Handing it off to Joshua Thomas, breaks some tackles and gets it inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line.
I mean, that's a good job up front by this offensive line. If you watch this left side, you see number 91 was just in the ball game. That's defensive tackle Shug Frazier. Number 91 was playing tight end, and they completely crashed. You see 91 tight end, and watch him just crash everything down and just collapse that whole left side. That's called physical defense right there. Physical offense, I should say.
And now we got a flag on the play. As Mick Roof, the backup quarterback, able to draw the Indians defense off sides, 5 free yards.
First down.
Indeed it is. They were facing a 2nd and 3, but now a first down after the offsides penalty. And it moves the line of scrimmage to the 39-yard line. Roof's first pass of the game. Incomplete, and Isaac Nada was the intended receiver, and flags come out. Looks like it's going to be pass interference against the Indians as another one of their players is slow to get up. Mike Boyd is our referee. Pass interference is the call on McEachern.
There's the replay, just putting out in front. That's a good job. I think it was hard to see the replay, see if he pulled him or anything, but I mean, that looked like a good football play there. And this is why Buford is so good. Faced with adversity, they're responding. After the big touchdown play, they're responding with their own drive, and they're doing it running the football.
And they're doing it with their backup quarterback, too.
Very true.
1st and 10 from the 24 of McEachern. Back on the left side to Mangrum. Check that, Xavier Gant. By the way, while we got a moment, we understand that Gant's mom and other family members are watching online out in Sugar Land, Texas. And we hope they're still watching so they could have seen that positive from production from number 21, a gain of 6 yards, and he goes down battling some cramps.
Texas representing here in the GA, huh?
Beauty of a webcast. On the left side to big Joshua Thomas. Getting it down close to the 10-yard line. This is the pound and ground, or the ground and pound, excuse me, that Buford is known for, and boy, are they using it effectively right now.
They got some beef up front right now. We just talked about 91 Shug Frazier. You see him in the ball game right now playing tight end. And Vanner, can you guess what side they're running to? Right behind Shug Frazier every time.
I guess so. When he's 6'3", 330 pounds, my goodness. There's Thomas, and he's into the end zone for a Buford touchdown. And there's Shug Frazier, one of the first to congratulate the running back. 10-yard touchdown romp for Joshua Thomas.
Looks like they're going for 2 right now. Try to make this a 7-point game right now. They want to go for 2. Trying to get all the offensive guys back on the field. But they're running that left side. They worked that left side to perfection that time. Josh Thompson, who we talked about in the open, being critical on that series. Nice job of Buford taking it the length of the field with their backup quarterback, establishing the run and being productive.
Nine-play drive that started at their own 20. Their starting quarterback, Luke Humphrey, left the field after the first play of the drive, and Mick Roof has done a great job on in relief. Going for two. Roof will run it in himself to the corner. The two-point conversion is good for Roof and the Buford Wolves, and they increase their lead to 7 points at 20-13. But we might have a flag.
Oh, he moved. The wingman moved right before the play started. I think he thought he was supposed to go in motion.
So that'll wipe off the two-point conversion. And the lead will be 5 at 18-13.
Looks like they're going to kick it here. Going back to one now. A little far away to go for two, so they're going to kick it.
Little disorganization. Head coach Jess Simpson had to get Roof back on the field to hold for Matt Bonadies. Kick is up. And kick is good. So with 5:43 remaining in the third quarter, Buford runs a 9-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run from Joshua Thomas. Back with more after this.
They tried to go for two, and the guy went in motion before he snapped the ball, so they got a legal procedure. They had to move it back 5, kick the field goal.
Sounds good. Back in Buford High School, where the home team has taken a 6-point lead over the 6'8" power McEachern Indians. A little pooch kick coming from Buford, and a good idea to signal fair catch by one of the up men on the return team for the Indians, number 93, Jonathan DeRue.
Maybe that was the kick in the butt Buford needed right there. That drive was so quintessential of what Buford is all about. Run the football, roll great. As you see here, watch the fullback come through and clean up his man at the end right here. Ooh. That is a devastating block, and the rest is all Joshua Thomas coming through there. And that's the big fullback, number 41, Jordan Perlotti, excuse me.
So McEachern again, taking over at their own 37. Handing it off to Sam Jackson. He gets it across the 40 to almost the 42-yard line on first down.
Nice run on first down. Good positive yardage play. That's what McEachern has to do. They got to stay ahead of the chains. When they get behind the chains where they have the issues, stand ahead of the chains, look for them to come out and possibly throw that little 5-yard hitch that they're used to. But now you see the corners playing a little bit up.
2nd and 6. Jackson breaks the tackle, but only manages to pick up a couple on the right side.
It's coming a physical game. You see running backs and receivers, everybody blocking on the outside.
There's some hitting, serious hitting going on.
Safeties coming down out the box, hitting guys.
Clock stop with the runner going out of bounds, so it's 3rd and 5 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Big third down for quarterback Bailey Hockman in the McEachern offense. Keeping it on the ground is McEachern. Handing it off to number 21, TJ Ramey.
That's going to be close.
That will be very close to a first down.
See where he spots it.
It looks like it's marked just beyond the sticks, around the 47-yard line. No signal from the referees. We'll see if McEachern head coach Kyle Hockman.
Yeah, it's going to be fourth down.
It's going to be fourth down. He did not call for a measurement. Fourth and less than a yard. Hockman working from the gun, but he has less than a yard to go. Hockman trying the hard count. Now he calls timeout. No, I'm sorry. He looks over for audibles from his dad, head coach Kyle Hockman. Oh, and a man jump on the left side of McEachern, and that will cost them.
That's going to force the punt. That's so unfortunate because I want to see if they could possibly pick that up. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Ankrum and Kouame on the left side. I believe it was the guard, Kouame, who jumped.
Yeah, you see Coach Hockman right there. He's a little frustrated at that. He wanted a chance to go for it at that fourth down.
8th penalty of the game against McEachern. Back to punt for the Indians. Chris Hernandez. Kicks it down the left side, rolls inside the 20 and inside the 15. A good Indian roll, but now their defense needs to step up.
That's a must. Hey, you got to wonder if Buford's going to come back with it. You see quarterback. Oh, look at quarterback. Luke Humphrey is having an issue. Look like they're checking to make sure it's
Checking
blood
his pulse.
pressure and everything. Make sure everything's good. He does look like he's out of it a little bit.
So sophomore backup quarterback Mick Roof continues.
They didn't do too bad with old Nick Roof in there last time.
No, they didn't. 80-yard touchdown drive. They hand it off to the fullback, Perlotti. He was stopped. Forward progress, even though he was not down. He rolled out of there.
Perlotti does not want to go down.
No, he's a big man.
He is.
Or a big boy. I don't think he's a man yet. Well, he's a senior. Gain of about 3 yards out to the 16-yard line. It is 2nd down and 8. Handoff, left side. Oh, beautiful cutback up the middle by Xavier Gant, but a flag on the play. Preliminary call is holding against the offense, so that good run by Xavier Gant, the junior, will not count. Picked up 21 yards as he made a great cut, put his left foot in the ground, and really opened it up for himself.
Yeah, that was an outstanding run here. You're going to see him outside. Nice cut outside. This is the cut right here. That's the cut to get north and south. Was unable to see the holding call, but it's right in the middle of the trenches, right where all the scrum was. But it doesn't take away from the excellent run from Xavier. No, it comes back, but that's an outstanding run by him.
So that'll make it 2nd and 14 as the Wolves stay on the ground and give it to Thomas. Alan Cooper is the McEachern player who lost his helmet.
Trying to toss sweet to the short side of the field. Trying to get them outnumbered to that short side. Not getting exactly what they wanted. Trying to get into their power back, Josh Thomas. Big 3rd down here. Do they allow Mr. McRoof to throw the football here on a key 3rd down, backed up with the momentum?
3rd and 11. No, they keep it on the ground, but good blocking up front provides a great hole for Thomas, and he is threatening the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it, but we got another flag on the ground.
Illegal motion. Illegal motion.
Illegal shift against the Warriors.
Buford's kind of self-destructing themselves right now. Big penalties on this drive has really hurt them. They picked up key first downs running the football, but every time they had some big runs, it's called back because of penalty.
By the way, we want to send out our thank you to the Gwinnett Daily Post for showing this big game tonight on their website. Be sure to check out the Blitz for complete coverage of Gwinnett County football at GwinnettBrettSports.com. Big run by Mangrum, close to the 20-yard line. And we also want to thank the Gainesville Times for showing the game. They've got complete coverage of high school football around Gainesville and Hall County at GainesvilleTimes.com.
Big play, big hole here, one-on-one with the safety. That's what you want. But big third down, they were willing to give up some underneath stuff to hold them before you get a first down. Costly timeout here for McEachern. I'm sure they're going to need that going into the fourth quarter, but they got to make sure they got everybody lined up.
That is costly. You don't need to burn one there. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Along with DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright. And you're watching Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone.
You know,
right here on WSBTV.com.
McEachern's going to get some good field position here. Coach is trying to fire the Buford guys up to stay into it. Still a tough game. McEachern is going to get great field position, barring something crazy here on the punt. But McEachern's going to have a good chance to have it go down and be able to tie this ball game up.
Facing a 4th and 5 inside their own 20. Buford forced to punt it away. David Curry with the kicking duties. McEachern will let it drop. Takes a small Buford bounce and it will be down at the McEachern 45-yard line. So the Indians offense, once again, still looking for some consistent rhythm, retake the field, trailing by 6.
I'm looking to see McEachern come out here similar to how they did coming out of halftime. A little bit of run, a little bit of pass, mixing it up.
That's what they need to do. I mean, my goodness,
they got to go back to it. They got to go back to it. It was money for them. But spread them out and run it.
2 wide on each side for Bailey Hockman. Play action, throw over the middle, caught. Complete to Wyndham. Big gain for a first down, all the way down to the 42-yard line of Buford.
Yeah, this is the play they've had all night long. They ran this similar play and had it wide open. This is a good job of him standing there, delivering the football. And way to stand in there and take a hit. That's what you got to do. You're going to get hit anyway, so you might as well catch it. So I like that.
Big stick on that play from Stephen Reese of Buford. 1st and 10 from the 42. Buford showing a little blitz. Trying to mess with Hockman. They hand it off to Wagbara. Fighting for 3 yards on the left side. Good run by 24 and White.
Wagbara's had a pretty good night running the football. I mean, he's been an edgy little guy running the football. McEachern's done a good job of trying to establish the run game. They're trying to stick with it as much as they can. And with this score being so close, you still can do that.
6-point ball game in favor of the home team. Hockman looking right side. Quick release, but a poor throw. Well short, intended for T.J. Ramey.
Yeah, he never got anything on that ball. That's a long throw for a quarterback from that hash, throwing it out right to the other sideline. You got to have a big-time arm to throw that. I'm sure he can make that throw. You got to step into it a little bit more and be more deliberate about it.
Yeah, you got to use your good form there.
Yeah, you got to ram back and throw that one.
So now they're in a tough 3rd down situation yet again. 3rd and 7 for the Indians. Oh, and another penalty This time on Chuma Idoga, the senior right tackle, 6'4", 290 pounds.
These penalties have really, really hurt McEachern in key situations. Just happened last series on 4th down. This one happens here on a critical 3rd and 7. Now you back it up and make it a little bit tougher.
9th penalty of the game against the Indians. 3rd and 13. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Hockman going deep. Almost caught. Great coverage that time by Mangrum. Intended receiver, Jeremiah Shaw. Decent throw, but really good coverage.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play. Sometimes defense make good plays, and that's exactly what happened. This is one-on-one. I have no problem with this. 3rd and long. Take a shot with one of your big-time receivers. He lets it go. Mangum just plays it good. He has good inside leverage, knows what a receiver is, goes up the highest point and knocks it away. Great football play there by Mangum on the outside.
Absolutely. That was beautiful. Jeremiah Shaw frustrated he couldn't come up with it. Hockman, the quick kick. We'll see if they get a bounce. They do. McEachern able to down it inside the 5-yard line. And we'll also see if the sophomore backup quarterback will continue for Buford.
This is a field position game right now. McEachern's doing it. McEachern's playing a good field position. They're not doing anything to turn it over. They're not doing anything to hurt themselves.
Well, they're hurting themselves because they can't get any rhythm going offensively. These 9 penalties have really hurt them.
Well, turn it over. That's the biggest thing for me. I don't want to see them turn the football over every time they turn it over. But now they're hurting themselves offensively with the penalties but they're still staying in it because they're not having the turnovers.
Right. So the sophomore backup quarterback continues as they keep it on the ground and hand it off to Xavier Gant.
Probably the last play of this quarter here. Scouting to run and take it to the other side of the field and get ready for what should be an exciting 4th quarter.
I'll say. And that will bring us to the end of the 3rd period. Buford has maintained control. They're the 4A dynasty, but McEachern is still in it. They're the 6A power. You're watching Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. Okay, 12 penalties. Here we go with the 4th period from Buford High School. The Wolves, the defending state champions, competing in Class 4A for the first time in their school history. When Jess Simpson started here at Buford some 12 years ago, just on the staff, they were a Class A team. He's now in his 9th year as head coach, and they're competing in Class 4A for the first time. Backup quarterback Mick Roof continues to run the show offensively, rolling right in and out of the hands of Joshua Thomas. That was a tough moment for Thomas.
Yeah, that's
and
tough.
The Buford offense.
That's tough because he's
down.
wide open, Van Earl. That's why it's tough. He had so much room to run there, and I think he knew it and saw it, and he might be still running right now if he catches that football. They finally let Mr. Make throw the football. I know he started earlier, but this has to be caught. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
The guy who's guarding him is trailing him, and he's 5 yards behind him. He catches that, he may pick up 20, 30 more yards.
So now it's 3rd and 8 for the Wolves. This time they put it in the belly of Thomas, but he's taken down after a gain of about 3. So Buford will have to kick it away. Good stand that time defensively by the Indians.
Great stand. Great stand, you're right, but as usual, this has been a field position game. McEachern's had pretty good field position this second half. Haven't been able to capitalize on it, but it's just a series. They make something happen.
They just need one, trailing by 6. And they'll have a chance to take the lead. Here's big number 99, Julian Rochester for McEachern. David Curry boots it away. And it will go out of bounds. They'll mark it inside the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 38. So tremendous field position for the McEachern offense.
Oh, we got a barn burner going right here. 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. McEachern, great field position. Chance to knock off the defending state champs.
Well, as a 6A team, it would not really be an upset also as a preseason number 1, but then lost their opener. McEachern is expected to win, I guess, but when you consider the opponent is Buford, the dynasty, maybe a lot of people were picking Buford. Hockman on first down. Quick completion on the left side to Tyler Smith. Minimal gain, but a positive play.
Benner, you know what? I really think with these two schools, how well they've done in recent past, that you throw the 6A out, you throw the 4A out. You know, this is just quality football with two great opponents. So, you know, it comes down to who wants it more in these last 10 minutes, but both these are great schools with great tradition.
That's a good point, DJ. Approaching the 10.5 mark of the fourth period. Hockman taking the shotgun snap, looking right, looking down the middle. He's got a man. Ooh. Oh, but well overthrown, intended for Xavier Gant.
Wow,
that would have set Sugar Land, Texas on fire right there, baby.
Yeah, that was an outstanding route. You're going to see him stemming up. He steps into it pretty good, has time. Everybody wish he can bring it down just a tad, but he had a step on it. If he could have capitalized on that, that would have been a big play for McEachern.
So now another third down situation for the Indians. 3rd and 5 from the Buford 32-yard line. Hockman trying a hard count. Taking the snap, play action, moving to his right, throwing a laser over the middle, intended for Wyndham, but he could not bring it in. Ball drops to the ground.
That's a nice pass. That's a ball you got to come up with. This is a big-time game. Big-time players got to come up with those. That's a good job of throwing it. I mean, he had a little.
That was a frozen rope he threw.
It was a frozen rope, but he also had some traffic in there. But I thought he beelined it. Good job of moving to his right. That's a bang play right there. That's a good job by the safety though. That's a bang play.
So they're going for it again on 4th and 4. Hockman going to the air, corner blitz, complete to Xavier Gant, but will they mark it for a first down? It looks like they will, as the linesman
forward momentum gets him every time. Forward
goes
momentum.
To the 27-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
That's a big play right here. This is what we talk about. We keep talking about bang plays. This is bang catch, and he just holds on to it. You're going to get hit anyway. That's just a great job of
another big stick by number 5 in green, Stephen Reese. But a good job by 21 in white, Xavier Gant, holding on to that football for a crucial first down for McEachern. From the 27, Hockman now throwing left side. Oh, and well high, again intended for Gant. And he took another shot from Reese, this time in the rib area.
Yeah, He got to make a better catch right there. You see other guys coming off these cramps, or I'm not sure if he was a little injured, but this is the ball he has to bring down. He got to make these type of completions and move these chains. These are big throws he got to have.
2nd and 10. Sticking to the ground, Sam Jackson on the right side. Good strong run, good blocking by the right side. Could be enough for another first down.
I'm wondering where Sam has been all night. I mean, every time he touches it, he looks like he's electric. He looks like he could take it to the house. But watch him hit this hole, get north and south. It's a good job with offensive linemen, getting a hat on each guy. And nice cut right there on the safety. Nice hard run by Sam Jackson.
Mangrum with the stop. It is enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs for the Indians. They're on the move. They're in the red zone. They're trailing by 6. Another run play. Jackson again, but this time cut down by Austin Smith for a loss.
That play had no chance of working from the beginning. Austin Smith unblocked. One-on-one on the outside. He's going to make that play. Well, he actually sheds the block. He wasn't unblocked. He sheds the block. We saw him do that a couple times tonight. Shed a block and make a play.
And the blocker was Shug Frazier. No, I'm sorry. It was not Shug Frazier. My mistake. Loss of 4 on the play. Second and 14. Again to the airs. Hockman has a man wide open. Touchdown, TJ Ramming. And McEachern has tied the game at 19.
McEachern finally comes up with a big play, capitalizing on the great field position. Nice job of throwing the football by Bailey.
20-yard touchdown toss for McEachern.
Awesome route by TJ Ramming on the outside. Corner route. He's kind of hard to cover out in space.
He's committed to Duke University, and he's only a junior. Try after is good, and a crucial conversion of the PAT because it gives McEachern a 1-point lead at 20-19. And right now, that failed 2-point conversion by Buford earlier is looming large. 8:45 to go, a 1-point game at Buford High School.
Oh, what? Talking about TJ Ramming, yeah, because you call their 91 Shug Frazier. You said no. I know. It's a good shot. Yeah. See what this backup's about.
Great ball game right here on WSBTV.com. And DJ, we're 2 for 2. This is 2014.
This is becoming very exciting. I'm enjoying this, and we're in for a big 8:45 right now. We
had a great game last week as North Cobb rallied to defeat North Gwinnett at home. They were trailing by 16, and now we got a great back-and-forth contest between two excellent programs. McEachern has just retaken the lead for the 3rd time in this game. They're up by a point at 20-19. Cesar Dominguez kicks it away. Fielded at the 5. That's Xavier Gant getting it out beyond the 30-yard line. Good return by number 21 in green. A 27-yard return, excuse me.
Yeah, backup steals in. Backup McRoof is still in. Looks like they're going to take him all the way to the end. Luke Humphrey went out earlier with some cramps.
Nice tight shot there, number 21, Xavier Gant, for the folks watching in Sugar Land, Texas. I say that again because one of the Buford assistant coaches said, you got to give a shout out. You've got a lot of family who's going to be watching this game on your website, WSBTV.com.
We like to give love on here.
1st and 10 for the Wolves. Up the middle is Mangrum. McEachern player loses his hat. Good gain, though, on 1st down for the Wolves.
I would expect nothing else but the run game here. They got to at least get in field goal range. They got 8 minutes left. A lot of time on the clock. Still got 3 timeouts, so they got plenty of stuff if they want to do here.
But this is an ideal situation for pound and ground, isn't it?
Ideal. 8 minutes. Run the clock out.
2nd and 3 from the 39. Over to Joshua Thomas. Picks up the 1st down. Clock continues to run. Gets it out to the 45-yard line.
Toss sweep to this tight side. They're good for running that toss sweep. They enjoy it because they like to get that edge. They get it really fast when you run it to the short side of the field. And you got a guy like Joshua Thomas who gets downfield. Gets downhill real fast. Picks up that 1st down.
Now under 8 minutes to go. Fresh set of downs for the team in green. Evan Cooper, the quickness on display for number 6.
You just saw a little thunder. It looks more like lightning as well. Once he caught the edge, it was a chance he could go to the house with it.
He definitely had a great chance.
And watch it just cut off his edge. Watch his right side seal everything off. Number 4 loses edge from McEachern. He has to do a better job of holding that edge.
Good play that time by Hayward to knock Cooper out of bounds. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cooper, this time left side. Quick first step. Finally slowed down by Cameron McGee.
He's so close. You can see it. He's so close. Look at the vision. This time, McEachern doesn't lose the edge. He cuts back. It's a nice job of tackling as well, but even better run by Cooper.
Another 1st down for the Wolves, now at the 41 of McEachern. This time it's Thomas. Up the middle. Not a huge gain, but still a positive play for the Buford Wolves.
This is exactly what they're turning this ball game into in the second half, is what this team is all about.
Head coach Jess Simpson continues to shuttle players in and out. This is a Buford football drive right here. Under 7 to go. Mangrum with it, breaking tackles, getting it close to the 30-yard line. And it looks like the Wolves are imposing their will on the Indian defense.
Yeah, this is becoming just demeaning if you're McEachern looking at this drive. They've run the same toss sweep 4 times already on this drive. Missed tackle. Guys not wrapping up in the McEachern secondary, allowing for the extra yardage. Right there for
3rd and a yard. From the 32. Thomas again, the extra effort. I believe he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, between Thomas, between Cooper, between Xavier Grant, they have some backs here that can run the football. That can run the football and get downhill.
And they've also got some great linemen up front creating holes in this run game.
Yeah, you talk about number 58, Nick Polino, who's actually committed to North Carolina.
Good extra effort that time by Gant on the left side.
Yeah, just talked about Polino. He's all on the left side. Shane Robinson, number 53. You got Enos Claw, number 78. Cooper Simpson, 56. And Hunter Hall in 77. are the guys who are anchoring this offensive line, who got this run game going. You also see number 71 in the game, Travis DeGoy. He's a senior as well. A lot of seniors on his offensive line.
Another 7-man line, no, 6-man line. Pitch to Thomas, but a flag is thrown in the backfield of Buford. Going to be holding against the Wolves. Evan Cooper might be the guilty party. Mike Boyd is our referee. That's Jess Simpson, head coach of the Wolves. First miscue by Buford on this current drive. Moves them back to the 43-yard line.
Makes it second in Texas right here.
Nice. Second and 23. Under 5 minutes to go. Buford trailing by a point. Nick Roof, the backup quarterback, being asked to throw a short pass complete to Perlotti on the right side. The big, bruising fullback just rocking the world of number 54, Alan Cooper. But Cooper was able to get him out of bounds, and it was Perlotti's helmet who came off that time.
Here's what I like about his play. They're not dropping him straight back and making him have a lot of reads. As soon as he comes out, there's his read right in front of him. Drop it off. Easy decision for the quarterback, Mick Roof right there.
3rd and 16. About to see the 11th play of this drive for Buford. They ask Roof to throw again. He's turning around, and a good pursuit by the McEachern defense. That's Tavon Johnson with the big throwdown of the Buford quarterback on 3rd and long.
And guess what? They had him. They had a guy running wide open on the corner route. Isaac Nada had him running. He leaks out. He just doesn't have time to see it. Maybe a little bit more experience. He lays it up, give him a chance to go get it, but.
Well, he was kind of scrambling, maybe a little bit unnecessarily.
Yeah.
So Buford is forced to punt on 4th and 19. Curry is the kicker. Ramming is the man deep for the Indians. He'll let it go. It takes a quality Buford bounce inside the 10-yard line of the Indians.
Here's what the game is won. Here's the game is won right here by Buford. Take the punt, push them back, and get a 3 and out. They still got timeouts on the clock, so they got time to stop the clock and be able to get the football back. If they stop them with a 3 and out, give them good field position off a punt, Buford still have a chance.
And this is also the time when McEachern could seal the victory by picking up some crucial first downs with 3:40 to go. That's a shot of starting quarterback Luke Humphrey. Knocked out of the game early here in the second half. Still hasn't returned. Here's another sophomore quarterback, Bailey Hockman, looking to lead McEachern to victory and looking for a receiver on first down. Has one, but ball is knocked away. And a flag is dropped and holding against the Indians. Hockman spent too much time scrambling, and the lineman had to resort to holding.
I'm really unsure why they even threw the football.
Why
here.
are they doing that so deep?
It puzzles me that they throw the football.
Don't get it. That's referee Mike Boyd explaining the situation to Buford head coach Jess Simpson. Will be half the distance to the goal line.
The only logical thing I can think why they threw the ball was maybe they knew Buford said, hey, they're going to try to run the football. We can catch them on a pass.
I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
Not that deep. Not when you got to chew up the clock. You want to get some running plays, and they've been successful when they've run the ball on first downs previously, especially here in the second half.
Very true. Backed up. This could be trouble, though. This could smell trouble.
First and 17, and look out because the Wolves have got to be coming. And they're going to ask Hockman to throw it from the back of his end zone. Oh, my goodness. Threw it over the head of Ramming, who didn't make much of an effort to try to catch that ball. So now it's going to be 2nd and 17 for the team in white.
Man, he threw it over his head, but he had him open. I mean, the offensive line did a good job. He got a little pressure, but he's wide open. He got to complete that. He has to complete that. If anything, it just gets you out of the shadow of your own end zone.
Right.
TJ's like, what else I got to do, man? I'm open. I'm open.
Now it's one of those situations where you don't have to pick it all up on this one play. Just try to pick up about half the yardage you need. Hockman under center, sticking to the ground game, giving it to Tyler Smith, right side, but he cannot even make it to the 5-yard line. Check that, Wagbara, the runner.
Huge third down. Do you decide to throw the football and possibly stop the clock if you don't complete it? Or you just try to get a run and run the clock? Interesting call here.
Here's Kyle Hockman, the head coach of McEachern. And he calls the plays, and Van Spence, the man to his right, sends him in.
Screen might be really big.
Less than 3 to go. 3rd and 15 for McEachern. They lead by a point, but they're deep in their own territory. And now a timeout is called by McEachern and head coach Kyle Hockman.
Not a bad timeout in this situation. You got to get your best play call, best players on the field right now.
Tough challenge for the Indians. 3rd and 15, just inside their own 5-yard line. Burning their 2nd timeout of this 2nd half. What is their head coach telling his offense right now, DJ?
He's telling you, we got to make sure we take care of the football first. Whatever we do in the shadow of our own end zone, take care of the football right now. If you do anything else, you got to make sure you secure the football. And if they try to throw it, screen, draw, something that's going to give them maybe a run pass option on the outside, so it doesn't give them so much problem, especially if they can't complete it. So if they can't complete it, he can take off and run.
2:43 to go. Hockman throwing from his end zone and throwing long. He's got a man behind the coverage. That's TJ.
Oh!
And it went right through the hands of number 21 in white. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Oh, wow, Van Earl. That was a 95-yard touchdown. Wow. I'm as shocked as TJ is right now. This is an excellent pass by Blank. Oh, man, look at this, right through the web. That's a perfect pass.
That is painful.
Oh, nice pass by Bailey Hockman, and TJ can't believe it. I can't believe it. He's ready to take his stuff off right now. He's like, I can't believe this. Wow. Now, last time they were backed up, they had an issue here at Van Earl.
Hockman will kick it away. His poorest kick of the night. Fielded by Curry at the 45-yard line. Curry take it on one bounce. He's looking for the end zone, but he got knocked out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. But a great job by number 22 in green, David Curry, fielding that punt on one bounce and taking it back inside the 15.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a critical point right there. They haven't really returned one all game. Being able to come up with that punt right here. Nobody got down the field. Look at, there's nobody in the camera within 15 yards.
And even the Wolves return team putting on some blocks. So here's a great opportunity for the Wolves to take the lead with 2:22 to go. 1st and 10 from the 12. Mangrum getting it inside, close to the 5-yard line.
I'm sure Buford wants to run this clock all the way down there. No hurry. No hurry to really score. But I know they like to score at any given time, and they're bringing in big 91 Shug Frazier, the defensive tackle. So you know they're going to run to his side.
Clock is stopped. Ball was run out of bounds. 2nd and 3.
Whatever side Shug Frazier's on, that's where the ball's going, right side.
Right side is where Frazier lined up. There's Thomas walking it in to give Buford the lead at 25-20 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. A 5-yard touchdown run.
That's what you needed. You knew it was going to happen. You knew they was going to keep it on the ground with their ground and pound ground. Look at the big guys up front. Paving the way. Shug Frazier, they're coming off the end. Got a big block. Good reason why they was able to score.
Buford has taken the lead. And now they're going for 2 to try to make it 27-20. Mick Ruth complete to number 8, Caleb Auer. The 2-point conversion is good. And Buford has a 27-20 lead with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Their winning streak now is looking good to be extended.
We got something going on with baby.
Buford has not lost a football game since the state championship of 2011.
Wow. That's a while ago, Vanderbilt.
I'm not even sure where was I still living? That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
I guess I was still living since I'm here now. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remain. And Buford has rallied thanks to their defense and a great punt return by David Curry. And also a great 2-point conversion that has given them a 7-point lead. Pooch punt fielded by Tyler Smith, number 2 of McEachern. He's got some space on the right side. He stays in bounds, and he gets it all the way down inside the 40-yard line, close to the 37 of Buford. Why the Pooch punt? I'm not sure, but Tyler Smith of McEachern made Buford pay on that one.
Better, if you want any more drama, guess what? We got it right here. If you're watching this game, you have to be on the edge of your seat because this is back and forth. You're not sure what's going to happen next. McEachern still have 2 minutes to score.
Got plenty of time.
They've been doing this pooch punt all night long, and guess what McEachern does? They put somebody there who can field it, and look at this run. He don't want to go out of bounds. Tough, hard running McEachern now with the football.
1st and 10. They hand it off to Sam Jackson. He gets it inside the 35-yard line. But again, as we approach the 2-minute mark, we go under 2 minutes. McEachern has plenty of time.
Plenty of time, 1 minute and 50 to go. They can still do whatever they want with the football. They're going to have to take a shot sooner or later. They know they got to do it. It's T.J. Rabbit.
2nd and 8, quick release by Bailey Hockman. Complete on the right side to Jeremiah Shaw. Right at the 30-yard line. Good gain, but still shy of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and short for the Indians.
Big 3rd down here because you got to remember McEachern only has 1 timeout. They used one early in the 3rd quarter, and they just used one on the punt. Big 3rd down. They got to have this. They're going to go for it on 4th anyway, but this is a big down.
3rd and 3. And Hockman to the air. His receiver slipped, but I believe he stayed in bounds. It is a completion inside the 25-yard line to Shaw.
I'm just glad he completed because he was so far off. They was giving it to him. It's easy pitch and catch. He has to be a little bit sooner, a little bit quicker with his decisions. But great pitch and catch. They moved the chains, first down. Minute to go. Still got plenty of time. There's just plenty of time for where they're at on the field.
Again, the last time Buford football has lost a game, state championship. That was December of 2011. Hockman, the shotgun snap, across the middle, but he overthrew Shaw, incomplete on first down.
Once again, he's late. He's already in the end zone. He's got it beat, and if he just brings it down, it's a touchdown. It is a touchdown. I've seen Bailey standing there and throw some really good football tonight, and then some other times he's been high, he's been inaccurate. This is a pass I know he wants back. Look how open he is. He is open. He walks into the end zone. He's going to get another chance. That's the scary part about it is they're going to give him another chance at a big play.
2nd and 10 for the team in white. They trail by 7. Complete this time to TJ Ramming. Puts on a move, gets it inside the 15-yard line, close to the 10. And the clock continues. Will stop.
Banner, I love this. This is a 1-2-yard route. Give your guy who got some quickness and open space to make a move. And look at this. That's what he does. Makes a guy miss, and now you're in the red zone with a minute to go. Plenty of time. No need to rush if you're McEachern.
Clock stopped with the picking up at the first down, and now they'll wind the clock. Hockman again to the air. Moving around. Now he'll tuck and run and get taken down around the 12-yard line, and the clock is still running.
Nice job.
Now they got to be careful with the clock, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, they still got plenty of time. Don't need to rush. They got to make sure they get quality plays in. After this, you probably see a timeout if they don't pick up a first down or a touchdown. Too much time's running up. Too much time.
Less than 30. McEachern on the move, trailing by 7. Going back to the ground game. To number 1, Sam Jackson. Now they're going to have to call timeout. And Buford, I believe Mike Boyd signaled timeout. No,
McEachern, yes. McEachern got a timeout.
McEachern calls timeout, and that's their final timeout of the game. They trail by 7.
Well, here you go, Benno. This is the ball game. 16 seconds on the clock. You got to find your best 2 plays because you have no more timeouts just in case you do not score a touchdown. You got to make sure you got 2 plays called in huddle right now so everybody knows if that play doesn't score, you got to get on the ball right now, either clock it, down it, or call the next play and try to get another play off.
Well, it's 3rd down, so they don't have the luxury of being able to clock it. So they've got to do something here, and you got to believe they're going to throw it to the outside.
Well, man, what I'm saying is they still can pick up the first down.
Oh,
they can still pick up the first down. If they pick up the first down, they can still clock it and then have another play.
There you go. The line of scrimmage is inside the 12. They need to get it to the 3-yard line. I'm sorry, the line of scrimmage is the 7. And they need to get it to the 3 for a first down. 3rd down for McEachern. Hockman taking a while. Now he's scrambling. Now he's got to throw it away. And that's what he does. And the clock stops.
Nothing wrong with that.
8 seconds to go.
Nothing wrong with that, but it's 4th down. 4th down, you can't throw this ball away this time. You got to give some guy a chance. So basically, here is your ball game. 8 seconds on the clock. 4th down. This ball has to be in the end zone.
This is the ball game. McEachern trying to pull within a point and then hoping for the PAT or possibly a 2-point conversion. But this is the ball game right here. Line of scrimmage at the 6-yard line. Bailey Hockman, the sophomore quarterback, still in the shotgun. Sends Wagbara in motion to the right. And this time Buford calls timeout, but that's just their first of the second half.
No problem with that timeout. They needed that timeout. They got to make sure they're set up just as well as McEachern set up. They got to have their best defense in. Do you want to sit back? Here's Buford's dilemma. Buford looks at this fourth down. You don't want to allow him to sit back there and have time to see what's going on. I'm looking at possibly they go in cover zero, all out blitz. They come after them and make them make a quick decision and force them into something bad if not.
Well, that's their style and that's their personality.
Right.
And in a crucial situation, you want to live up to your personality.
And that's what they're
being
going to
aggressive
do.
on defense is what Buford does.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they come after it. If this is the ball game, fourth down on the 6-yard line, this is it. It comes down to this last play right here.
The Buford crowd behind their bench. All of them on their feet. Fourth down for McEachern. They're 6 yards away from the end zone. A touchdown would pull them to within 1. 3 wide on the left side for Bailey Hockman. He rolls to his left. He's pressured. He throws towards the end zone and it's knocked away. David Curry with the defense. And 1 second remains. 2 seconds on the game clock. Buford's winning streak remains intact.
Wow.
As they welcome a 6A power into their own building and knock them off. Buford hasn't lost a football game since December of 2011.
That's an ending for you. This is a full 4-quarter game from two powerhouses. What else would you expect coming down to the wire on fourth down? That could have went either way. Both teams should be proud of themselves where they came out. I know McEachern's going to be sad about how it ended, but both teams came out and played an outstanding ball game.
Buford will line up for the final snap of the game. And the Wolves pull off a come-from-behind victory. Look at Jess Simpson. How happy is he? A crucial punt return by David Curry. And then on the last offensive play of the game for McEachern, Curry knocks away the pass from Hockman. And the Wolves survive the Indians of McEachern. We'll be back to wrap up this outstanding high school football game right after this on WSBTV.com. What can you do? You tell us. What can
Second half, yeah.
whatever What an outstanding Georgia high school football game, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad you've been with us here on WSBTV.com as we have brought you this outstanding contest presented by the Georgia Lottery. Buford survives the McEachern Indians 27-20. Along with DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright. Whew, that was a great contest.
My blood is still boiling right now.
Absolutely.
Man, that's an incredible game. I enjoyed it. Both defenses really, in the second half, showed up and played really good. Had to make some big plays. But if I had to give a game ball to, Mick Roof, backup quarterback for Buford. Came in, was cold, led this team down when they needed big drive, big scores. he came out and made a big run, big catch. Not big catch, excuse me, but he made some big plays for this offense.
He came on in relief of Luke Humphrey after a first down when Buford had just taken over offensively.
And Buford was losing at the time 13-12 when he came back, came in.
And he marched his team down the field on an 80-yard drive, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run from Joshua Thomas. And then it was back and forth. McEachern stayed alive. They kept coming back. They never quit. And they really did miss out, though, on a couple of key opportunities, and that helped Buford. Here's a look at some of the highlights from the second half. There's the pass from Luke Humphrey that was picked off by McEachern deep in Buford's territory, took it close to the red zone.
Yeah, Luke struggled tonight. He had 3 interceptions. Huge for McEachern, giving them a chance to stay in the ball game.
Then after that key turnover, they went for it big, and they connected to T.J. Ramming.
Yeah, big catch, big throw by Bailey Hockman. T.J. making a huge play right there after the turnover. That's all you can ask for, especially after the turnover.
And then here is the completion of that 80-yard drive I referred to as Thomas took it in off that great block in front of him from his fullback, Jordan Perlotti.
Leading the way defensive tackle, you see 91 Shug Frazier.
Then Bailey Hockman and the Indians, they come back. Beautiful touchdown toss again to T.J. Ramming, and then McEachern had retaken the lead at that point.
And here's how you finish off the game right here with a nice run by your captain, your leader, Josh Thompson. After a big drive, that's what you needed, and McEachern would try to come back and try to finish this game off, but unable to.
And this was the last-ditch effort by Hockman and the Indians, but knocked away by Curry. And again, it was a key punt return by number 22 in green that set up the game-winning score for the Buford Wolves. They converted on the 2-point conversion, and that led to the final score of 27-20. Now the Indians, ranked preseason number 1 in the top classification in the state, lose their first 2 games of the season. Yeah. What's going on there?
You know, it's a tough opening week for them. I mean, they played 2 outstanding opponents. They played their hearts out tonight. You got to give them credit. They have nothing to hold their heads down about, but they just played a very good Buford team tonight. And I think, like we talked about during the telecast, you throw out the 6A, throw out the 4A. Both these teams are just elite programs and played awesome.
And what do you take away from this for the Buford Wolves as they continue to win?
Here's the thing about Buford. They battle adversity. They were down. Looks like they couldn't do anything on offense, but they found a way. Teams who know how to win find a way, and they did that tonight.
And the Buford Wolves, so used to winning and dominating blowout fashion, as evidenced by last week's 56-0 victory, they win a huge come-from-behind game. They overcome a big challenge from McEachern, and they keep their winning streak intact. Here's what we're going to do next week. We're going to go south of the city down to Noonan to show you Eric Sweeney and Sandy Creek taking on Noonan High School. That'll be next Friday night right here on WSBTV.com. You see Jess Simpson sharing some final few words with his clutch football team as they come from behind tonight to win it 27-20. For producer-director Stephen Lawler and DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright, thanking you so much for watching Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone here on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery.